So, Mr. Speaker, the Prime Minister has announced that he wants to change the rules of Parliament to make his life easier. And no one's life will be easier than his. If he gets away with this, he will only have to show up to work once a week. And he also wants to strip the opposition of their power to hold him accountable. Now, we know that the Prime Minister says China is a dictatorship he admires, and he certainly had a bizarre infatuation with Fidel Castro. But can the Prime Minister at least agree that the Prime Minister of Canada, should be accountable to this House and to Canadians more than once a week?
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, we've put forward a discussion paper that we've published and shared with all Canadians to talk about how we can improve the functioning of this House of Democracy, how we can make sure that Canadians are better heard, that oppositions have opportunity to ask tough questions, to hold the Prime Minister account, and to hold this government to account. That's why amongst the many proposals we made, we talked about the model of the British Prime Minister's questions that devotes an entire question period to the Prime Minister answering questions. We are open to all sorts of discussions about how to improve the functioning of this Parliament because we know Canadians expect a modern workplace out of this place so we can better serve them.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Modern, Mr. Speaker, efficient? Efficient like the Chinese dictatorship that he thinks is so efficient? Mr. Speaker, we don't live in China or Cuba.
Those are his words.
Those are his words, Mr. Speaker. We don't live in China or Cuba. We live in Canada. And we have a parliamentary day. And here's a thought, Mr. Speaker. We could have question period with the Prime Minister every day. He can answer all of our questions every single day.
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I look forward to every opportunity to stand up and talk about the great things this government is doing. Just tomorrow, we'll be presenting a budget that will create growth for the middle class, opportunities for Canadians, investments in the future of this country that we know, after 10 years of slow growth under the Conservative government, will turn our growth path around. This is about giving opportunities to Canadians, and I'm always happy to talk about the important things Canadian government is doing for the middle class.